1. Oh, come on. Why would it go there? Alright. 3, 2, 1. Hello, welcome to my submission video of Gregory Horror Show for AGDQ 2018. I'm going to get started right now, and I'll explain the game here soon. So before we begin, we first have to enter a name, and I will do something appropriate to the submission. And we also need to pick a gender of our character, which I will go as female because the female character tends to give me better luck than the male character. So we start the timer as soon as we select the gender, and we go. So Gregory Horror Show is a game that was developed by a small in-house studio of Capcom back in 2003. They planned the game to be, I guess, sort of successful because there was also a little animated series that they did alongside the game. And they also did a collectible card game with figurines too. But sadly, it seemed the game never took off. So we wake up. Oh, I did not mean to do that. We wake up in this manor or hotel. We really don't know why we're here. We're just wandering through the forest, and we show up to Gregory's motel, hotel, manor, whatever you want to call it. So we're running to the front desk now. We're going to meet Gregory himself. Gregory is a mouse. He's talking about Neko Zombie, who told us to go get a key that's in the front.
Well then.
So we're going to do that, but before we do that, we need to talk to Gregory because we have to get a map of the first floor, which we will be using later. Games are telling us how to use maps. So I'm going to push Gregory here because he moves really slow. I want to push him a little bit away from the key that I'm going to pick up here because if he's within a certain distance, he'll turn around and stop us from picking up the key. Game's telling us how to use key items now, which is really basic. So Gregory is going to go check on Neko Zombie. We gotta follow him here. Once again, we're going to do pushing strats because it's fast. Gregory likes to take a weird turn here. So we're going to push him to the door. And then I need to push him away because if Gregory is close to the door as we try to unlock it, he'll stop us. So I like to push him to this column. I think I might have pushed him a little bit too far. Alright, we're good. I did. I pushed him a little too far there. So now we're going to meet Neko Zombie. Neko Zombie is one of the few friendly people in this game who won't attack us. Well, I think Neko Zombie can actually attack you, but anyway, Neko Zombie's going to teach us the basics of the game.
So, you have first.
So he's telling us about how to spy on people. So he wants us to go outside and he wants us to peek through the door. We can spy on the characters or the guests that stay in this hotel to learn their weaknesses. So Neko Zombie's weakness is a certain type of food. You can just sit there. He'll give you vague descriptions of a food that he really likes, a type of food that he really likes, and then you have to go in here and select the right one, which is chocolate.
That's it.
So now that we guessed his favorite food, he's going to give us his soul. So in order to beat this game, we have to collect the souls of 12 guests, I think? It's 12 or 16 guests. I don't know. So here's the first one. So as you can tell, the Gregory Horror Show is a kind of light survival horror. Well, you don't see the survival horror aspect right now, but it's a survival horror slash stealth type combination. It's pretty interesting. So once we get a soul, we can go to sleep and we can visit Death. Death will take those souls from us.
Come on now.
Each level of the game consists of 3 guests that we have to steal their souls from. So not level, but night, I should say. So we need to get 2 more to advance to the second night. As you get through the nights, more guests will come in.
Good luck there, buddy.
So it is 12. Okay. I don't remember it being 16. 16 would be too much. So we wake up from visiting Death, and Neko Zombie leaves us a note tells us to come visit him. It's going to explain some more basic tutorials and whatnot. But first, we're introduced to Catherine, who is the next guest.
She lives.
Catherine is a female lizard who's also a nurse who has an unhealthy obsession of drawing blood with a giant needle.
I heard that.
So Catherine knows we're out for her soul.
So that child is collecting souls. I think it's time for a blood sample.
Catherine will not attack us just yet, but she will run away if we see her. So we have to figure out a way to get her soul without her seeing us. So right there are a bunch of options. You could talk to Neko Zombie about basically how to play the game, but we don't need to do that.
Awesome.
This is James. He's like the nephew or something of Gregory. He's just an annoying kid.
James, you nasty child! Stop throwing your garbage on the floor! What if someone stepped on it and had an accident?
So the game's telling you here, banana peel?
Where is that brat? James!
So if you put one and one together
I'm
there,
the one who has to clean up all of your messes.
we have to go get the banana peel and make Catherine slip on it. So she has an accident. So it's kind of hard first time casually playing through this game. You don't know where to go to get the banana peel, but you have to go to the kitchen. It's in like the garbage disposal. By the way, I think that's Gregory over there, so he teleported. The cutscene to the front of the house. So we're gonna go over here to the garbage disposal area and pick up the banana. Game's telling you now you press R1 to switch between key items. I don't like to have the banana peel out right away because you press X to use the key item, and if you're not close to a door, then you'll drop the banana peel and you have to pick it back up. So once you're clear going through doors, though, you can switch over to the banana peel. So we're gonna round the corner over here. Catherine should be a little bit in the distance. All we do is just throw the banana peel down, and she'll have an accident, as you'll see. We have to go hide, though. We can't stay in the open, or else she'll see us. Oh, there we go. Sometimes a soul will spawn in front of her when she gets knocked out, but usually it's in the back. Well, there we go. That's our second soul. So Neko Zombie is going to tell us about horror shows in this game, where if you encounter if you encounter a person in the hotel that you've taken their soul from, you're going to get like a cinematic cutscene of them doing an attack on you.
Gone.
So you can tell Catherine's mad
That
now.
kid must have taken it. Now I'm really angry.
So if we encounter Catherine now from here on out, she's going to chase after us and try and draw blood from us, which we don't want to happen.
Walking around.
Now here comes the survival horror aspect of the game. We get a sanity meter. It's called a mental gauge. I think sanity meter's trademarked by Nintendo or something. So I'm not sure.
Why am I telling?
So if our sanity or mental gauge goes down all the way, we'll pass out. So
Judgment Boy.
the Judgment Boy is the next resident we're going to visit. He's one of the few friendly people in this game where after we take his soul, he will not attack us. There are only like 2 or 3 of them in this game.
Come on now. Give it up. Throw away all them worries. Shall I?
So now the run's going to become a little bit more complicated now because of the sanity gauge. We're going to be picking up items. We're going to be picking up herbs, which I guess you can somehow tie this game into the Resident Evil universe. I mean, you know this is a Capcom game if there are herbs in here. Gregory is going to talk about opening up a new floor for the guests that are coming in. So once again, after we complete Judgment Boy, the second night will happen and 3 new guests will come in.
Well then, I'd better start getting ready to receive the new guest.
So as soon as we wake up here, we're going to go outside and meet Judgment Boy. Judgment Boy really likes to say his name a lot. Or the first part of his name.
Judgment!
He's a unique person.
Now that I look at you more closely, I see you've got an awful lot on your mind. If you ever want my help, just bring a symbol of your problem.
So that's
Then
a
I'll
hint
give
how
you one of
to
my
get
special judgments.
Judgment Boy's soul.
Judgment!
We have to get a book that's written by him. It's in the library, but before we do that, we have to do a few things. So we're going to Catherine's room. We're going to pick up a bandage, and we're going to pick up a naughty magazine of Gregory's. So we're going to go meet Gregory and give him his naughty magazine.
It would be... You're not if you're... Now then.
We're given the magazine to spawn in the Roulette Boy book, by the way. So we pick up 2 items there. We pick up... all these items will come in handy later, where there's going to be a shop that opens up, and in order to buy things from the shop, we have to trade. So that's why I'm picking up all these herbs. So James is in here. James... Alright, James can be looking at this bookcase right here, and I'd have to go around the table, because he has, like, invincibility frames, but luckily he's not there, so... Now we picked up Judgment Boy's book. We're gonna go visit him. This room's right over here. Judgment Boy is more of a riddle, a puzzle or a riddle. He'll give you a situation and you have to pick the, I guess the most heroic outcome? As you'll see here. Before we talk to him, we're going to pick up some bananas and another herb. Now we're going to talk to him. He's going to present us a situation.
You're... Well, you're a but the hotel is full of danger. You can't run and you can't hide. So, what do you
So the heroic option here is to just try and stop me.
All right.
If he drops the money symbol, then that means it's good.
Here we go.
If he drops the heart symbol, that means it's bad. Excuse me, the dollar sign.
In the end, at last, you...
So now he'll give us his soul because of it. Judgment Boy is modeled after, like, the scales of truth, so... The character designs for this game are really unique, I guess, you could say. So now we have Judgment Boy's soul. We're going to go back to our room, sleep, and go meet Death. And once we give Death our 3rd soul, the second night will happen, and 3 new guests will spawn in. The first night and the 4th night are unique because you can only get 1 guest soul at a time. The 2nd and the 3rd night, though, you can actually pick up all 3 guest souls at once. I guess they did that to prolong the game a little? Because you can see it's a pretty short speed run. If an hour speed run is considered short by your standards. So he's going to stamp our little book.
Well, good luck there, buddy.
The whole stamp thing is kind of like a childish system. Something you do in elementary school or whatnot. Like you complete reading a book and you get a stamp on your card. Except we're stealing people's souls and not reading books. So Gregory's opened up the second floor of his hotel, or manor, whatever you want to call it.
Moving right along.
And this is where the next 3 guests will stay. Well, no, that's not true. 2 of the guests will stay on the second
Now
floor.
to get ready to receive the new guest.
The 3rd guest will actually stay on the first floor. Kind of near Judgment Boy's room. So you're going to see a glimpse of Lost Doll here. She's actually our next character to go get their soul from. So Lost Doll wanders this place looking for her doll. Her lost doll, when she's the doll herself, if that makes any sense. But for the game, that's in the shorts, but in the game we have to go buy a doll for her. I didn't put the book away, that's fine. So in order to get Lost Doll's soul, you just have to give her her doll, and then she'll move away from her door where her soul is in her room. So wow, she's just coming out. Okay. If I screw up this placement, I'm good. So we gave Lost Doll her doll. Sounds so weird to say. And she moves out of the way so we can go into her room. Lost Doll is going to be one of the characters that will be really hostile towards us. This might be a fake gold split. No, I'm fine. Cool. And will chase after us now that we have her soul. She won't chase after us as soon as we leave because she's still going to be playing with her doll. So the next character we're going after is Cactus Gunman. He also has he brings his little sister around. So we're going to go into her room and get a few herbs for the shop later and leave. That eye thing right there is the save point area of this game. You can go to a fortune teller and you can save your file on your memory card. So Cactus Gunman's weakness is he's really paranoid. So right now he's with Catherine, the nurse.
What could this be?
Getting like an examination or something. So we have to scare him by knocking on the door 3 times and running away. It's basically ding-dong ditching or whatnot.
Don't scare me like that.
So he says it takes just more than 1 knock to scare this hombre. So we have to knock on the door 3 times.
Who's that?
He's becoming a little bit more paranoid now. I don't think Catherine's coming out. Alright, so on the 3rd knock,
Scare me like
I want to pull Cactus Gunman out like I just did there, and not Catherine, but I have a feeling Catherine's going to be coming out too.
What could this be?
Oh well. So I now have to wait for Catherine to go back inside before I get his soul. You're gonna get this cutscene.
Somebody's out to get me.
Cactus Gunman being paranoid.
Who are you?
So I gotta wait for Catherine to go back inside. Alright, I'm good. So we got 2 out of the 3 required souls. All we have left is Mommy Papa, which we will be doing the next... We're gonna go visit Death and give him the souls. We'll do it the next day, I guess. But before we do that, I have an elaborate setup that I have to get Mommy Papa's soul.
Welcome.
It requires getting 2 fruits a time. Fruits of time, oops. Cannot talk in menu. Fruits of time will advance time by like an hour or so. So the only way to get Mommy Papa's soul is either when he's passed out or when he's sleeping. Mommy Papa is a character that's notorious for being sick a lot, so you'll see here soon. Right, first thing I need to use a fruit of time. I'll advance time by a little bit. Maybe it's like 90 minutes. And I also need to put away this book that I got. That book will come in handy later. Now we can go to sleep. So Mommy Papa goes to sleep like around 3 p.m. So I'm trying to set up. I'm trying to set up the specific time. So I'm right near his door when he goes to sleep, so I can just run in there, grab his soul, and leave. Yes, the Swedish flag on Death's head is a reference to the Seventh Seal.
Good luck there, buddy.
It's an obscure reference to an old movie. Once their soul is gone to death, they can't get it back. But if you actually get caught by the person you've stolen their soul from and you have it in your inventory, they'll take it back. Alright, so as you can see, it's almost noon, so we still have like 3 hours before Mommy Papa goes to sleep. So what I like to do is I like to go out here. We're going to get some more items for the shop. There's an herb garden here where you can pick up some herbs. So I go over here, pick up these 2 herbs, and then I go in and use my fruits of time. I'll advance time by a little bit. Maybe it's 2 o'clock. Alright, it's 2 o'clock when he goes to bed, not 3. So we got some more green herbs, and I'm gonna go to the stairs and pick up another item. Lots of green herbs. So now we should see some Z's here. Yep, so Mommy Papa and Mommy Dog are asleep. We can just run in there and get their soul and run out. Pretty simple. So we have all the souls of the second night, so we can go to bed and advance to the third night. Seems like Neko Zombie's also asleep.
Come on now. Give it up. Throw away all them worries.
So the next guest we're gonna go visit is Roulette Boy. Roulette Boy is heavenly RNG. Roulette Boy, we have to play a mini game to get his soul. That mini game is like playing a game of Mario Party.
There, buddy.
So we have to win a game of Mario Party against Gregory to get his soul. The other 2 are pretty easy though. So there is no 3rd floor of Gregory's manor or hotel. Instead, he is going to go unlock the basement for us.
What a day.
Only one of the characters, Roulette Boy,
I really didn't want to unlock this door.
lives in the basement. There are a few characters that will visit the basement though, but they don't physically live there. So that's TV Fish. We'll be seeing. We might be seeing him in the basement. I'm not sure. Speaking of TV Fish, we got to go to the shop to get an item that will allow us to get TV Fish's soul. So we're gonna go over here. We're gonna grab some batteries. And get out of here. So before we head to the basement, we're gonna cut through the kitchen, and we're going to work on Hell Chefs. I like to call him Chef Ramsay. Getting his soul. Hell Chef's weakness is he's cooking a dinner, a stew, for a date he's ready to have with Catherine. So we have to put 8 items in his stew to make it all messy. He will be mad at us and chase after us. And then we gotta lead him to a specific room in the hotel to get his soul. But Hell Chef will be last on our list. Alright, so we got 4 out of 8 items in there. I'm gonna grab a few more here. Gonna grab this apple that's in the fridge. And now we're gonna head down to the basement and set up Roulette Boy. We have to get a key item before we can play this mini game with Roulette Boy. We have to get a pair of dice or die, which is all the way on the 3rd floor of the basement. We're going to pick up the map and we're going to pick up eye drops. As you can see in the character portrait, the character's eyes are kind of purplish. That means they can't really see in front of them because it's really dark down here. If you use the eye drops, you'll be able to get a further view distance, but we don't need that. So we're going to put the batteries in the dead remote, and then we're going to blast like some radioactive symbol to TV Fish and steal his soul that way. It's pretty gruesome, as we'll be seeing here pretty soon. So now I gotta make my way down to the 3rd floor of the basement. We might run into Roulette Boy, and we might run into TV Fish. I don't know. Most likely we will run into Roulette Boy though. Yeah, there's Roulette Boy. See, I'm not gonna play with you yet, because we don't have the key item. I guess in order to play a board game, you need a pair of dice, or a pair of die. So, inside this box is a speed up. It basically makes our character go really fast. So we're gonna use this to descend to the 3rd floor a lot quicker. That is a map. We're going to ignore that because we really don't hang out in the basement too often. Now we're gonna go over here and pick up another item. These items are for throwing into the chef's pot. So this is a new strat I came up with. It saves a bunch of time compared to the old route. I'm going to activate a trap door, which will throw us back into the courtyard. What we used to do before I discovered this was we'd go down here, pick up the die or dice, and then we'd run all the way back up to the 1st floor of the basement and talk to Roulette Boy. But we can avoid ascending each floor now by just using the trap door that we unlocked. Saves a bunch of time. Gonna pick up another speed up here, but we're not gonna use it just yet. That's for a later area. So as you see here, we're gonna just jump through here. And now we're out in the courtyard. So I'm gonna switch over to the die. Go back down. And I'm gonna go through this door, and Roulette Boy should be really nearby here. Should be. Roulette Boy, where are you? There he is. So now we won't run away. So now we gotta play, like I said, a board game. We have to reach the end before Gregory does. Roulette Boy's gonna say, do you want me to explain the rules? I'm gonna say no. So now we're gonna roll to see who goes first. Person who rolls the highest number wins. That was an awful spin by myself. You can sort of try and get the spinner to land on a specific number, but it's really difficult. Alright, so I rolled a 5, Gregory rolled a 2, so I'm gonna go first. And I think I got a really bad board, so it's not the best board you can get. So first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna use a green herb to recover my sanity a little bit. And quickly look at the map. So I want a 6. Wow, this is a really bad board. So I'm gonna try and get a 6 here. That might be a 7. Yeah, that's bad.
Go forward 7 squares.
So in event space, something random will happen to you. Safe space, you'll get some sanity back. The 10-ton space, you'll spawn in a 10-ton thing, which will eventually make you lose a turn. And a bomb space, you'll just explode and take damage. think he landed on a safe space. So.
Safe. And safe.
This is not the best board I could have gotten, but, you know, it's random. 3, 4, 5. So I want a 3, 4, or 5.
Hurry up and spin me!
Prefer to get a 3 or a 5. 4 is fine.
Go forward 4 squares!
So every 8 spaces of the game board, you'll run into an item portal thing where you'll get a random item. Break card is a card you can break an item that a character is holding.
Huh?
We specifically want a card that says it's called W up. It will basically double our rolls. So if we roll an 8, we'll go 16 spaces. If you roll a 2, you'll go 4 spaces. etc. Wow, Gregory.
Go forward 1 square!
Wait, he already has a ton thing.
And the lucky number is...
So I'm gonna break Gregory's green herb here,
Please don't do this.
so he can't heal himself. Wow, I need a 6 or an 8. Okay.
Hurry up and spin me!
That might be a 7.
Go forward 7 squares!
Oh well.
Here's a present
So I really need an herb item here to heal. I'm getting a W up instead. Which is really bad because I'm 17 spaces away, so I can't roll an 8. I gotta decide if I want to use the W up card now. Alright, so I'm gonna try to roll a 1-2. I'm not gonna use the W up card just yet, so see if I can roll a 1 or a 2. That might be a 2. Alright, 2's fine.
Go forward 2 squares!
This is going to be a random space. I want to... Oh no, it's a counter space. Okay, that's fine.
And the lucky number is...
Wow, I might actually knock out Gregory's sanity. Alright, so I have 50 spaces remaining before I reach the end. So now I can use the W up card. This might be a risk. Alright, I might be able to survive this.
Hurry up and spin
If I roll a 7, I'm gonna land on a bomb space, so... That might be a 1. It's a 2. Alright, so that was a really bad roll.
squares!
I'm not sure what I'm landing on.
Here's a present for you!
This is bad. Alright, I definitely need an herbal item.
And the lucky number is...
Okay, I'm fine. So I wanted to roll an 8 there, and the game board would have been done with, but oh well.
Go forward 8 squares!
Gregory lands on a bomb space. He might pass out
For ya.
from low sanity, or having 0 sanity. That W down card's pretty bad.
Oh no!
Oh, I won. Okay, so Gregory knocked himself out.
I'm going to fall.
So yeah, you can either win the game by reaching the end or knocking out your opponent's sanity. So I got lucky there.
Good job! Good job!
So you can see my PB roulette boy was pretty good. I had a different game board though.
Here's a present!
So my sanity is pretty low here. I'm going to have to use an item. Just gonna use I'm gonna use the energy drink. Alright. So we got Roulette Boy's soul now. Roulette Boy seemed kind of friendly, right? Giving us his soul. But if you encounter him, he'll attack you. So he's kind of two-faced a little. Alright, so now I gotta be careful here. I think I'm good. Catherine, who is the lizard nurse, is going. That's James. James is fine.
Hey!
Oh, I can't peek because of James. Oh crap, this is bad. Okay, this is not good. Alright, I'm just gonna run to the basement to be safe. So that was Cactus Girl, the sister of Cactus Gunman. Don't want to get caught by her. I should be good to go. Oh god, what's Roulette Boy doing here? So, Roulette Boy is not going to be friendly at all. I have to go to the bar. That's where TV Fish is. Alright, I think I avoided Roulette Boy. Alright, I should be good now. Catherine's on her date with Hell Chef. So, I should be good to go to the bar now. Alright, we're fine. So, in order to get TV Fish's attention, you have to go to a jukebox over here and knock on it. Who's nearby? That doesn't really matter. As soon as you do that, TV Fish will appear. And we blast him with a remote, and he has a little spaz attack, and we'll drop his soul. So, pretty simple. I'm kind of... I lost a lot of time there because I had Roulette Boy and whatnot. Cactus Girl show up. So now we're gonna go get Hell Chef's soul. He's currently on a date, as I said, with Catherine, so he's in the kitchen cooking up a meal for her, while Catherine's just waiting in the dining room. This will take us by the library. Plus it will help us avoid any unnecessary guests that may show up. So as soon as we enter the kitchen, Hell Chef's going to run away. I don't want him to run into the backyard here, so I'm going to hang out the door for a little bit.
No smoking!
So now he's going to go out through the dining room exit. So I gotta remember, I gotta keep the speed up and the eye drops in my inventory. Okay, so we put 8 items in Hell Chef's pot. Now he's going to be really angry at us and chase after us. So we just have to wait for him to return to the kitchen. I'm gonna grab an herb here and use it just to be safe. My sanity. Okay. So we're gonna hang out by the door here.
Who's been messing with
never mind.
my pot? This is your doing, isn't it?
So now we gotta lead Hell Chef into a room that has a draft in it.
Get you for this.
As you can see, Hell Chef is a candle. So we got to get rid of the flame. Now we'll temporarily knock him out and we can steal his soul. Luckily, the room that has the draft in it is really nearby here. There it is, it's the storeroom. We can't enter the storeroom just yet because Hell Chef won't enter it. He has to see where we are and then he'll chase after us. So he should be running down the hallway here pretty soon. We don't enter until he says something. If you enter before then, he won't see you, so, and you won't get this cutscene. So Hell Chef is like a robot, I guess, and when the flame goes out, he just shuts down completely. Gregory's gonna come in here and just kind of scold us. He's gonna scold Hell Chef for coming in here, and then he's gonna scold us.
Oh dear.
For bringing him in
The
here.
fire on his head's gone out again. How many times do I have to tell him not to come in here?
So apparently Hell Chef's been in here more than once.
I presume this is your doing, yes? Chef stops moving when the fire on his head goes out. And when that happens, it's up to me to light the fire again. Oh, what a pain in the future. Would you be so kind as to refrain from teasing Chef? Come along, Chef. We're going.
I hate drafts. I hate storerooms. Oh, he hates storerooms, and yet he's probably been in here more than one time. So we got to pick up Gregory's naughty book again here in this corner, which we'll be giving to him a little bit later to get another soul from another individual. So we have everybody's soul. We have... Oh, okay. That's Mommy Papa. We have Roulette Boy, we have TV Fish, and we have Hell Chef's soul. So we just completed the third night in one go. So as I said before, the first and the fourth night, you can only get one person's soul at a time. So I can't get 3 souls during the next night. I have to get one individual person. Go see Death, get another, go see Death, get the last
Come on now. Give it up. Throw away all them worries. Oh! What?
Death is impressed that we have 3 souls. It's kind of cool that Death actually reacts to how many souls you have.
Good luck there, buddy.
He praises you if you have 3 of them. So TV Fish, Judgment Boy, and Neko Zombie are the 3 friendly people of the game. Everybody else will chase after you.
Mama happy every day.
So this is a whole new section of the manor that we don't see just yet.
It's the guest's fault that I get yelled at every day.
Gregory Mama will be seeing her a little bit later.
Even so, Mama will have herself a new victim soon enough.
It's a great picture of her, by the way. So the next person coming up here is Angel Dog. Oh wait, that's not Angel Dog, it's Clockmaster. My bad. I'm jumping the gun here. Totally forgot about Clockmaster. Alright, so I'm going to use the speed up here that we got. I'll make traversing through this level a lot quicker. So we have to go back to the storeroom where we got Hell Chef's soul. And my son's going to be in here. We have to approach this toolbox and grab this screwdriver without being seen by my son. So we did it there. That's kind of a really difficult setup to get. So now we got to go run all the way back to the bar where we got TV Fish's soul. And we have to show the screwdriver to the Clockmaster, and he will start a fight with us. So the key to getting Clockmaster's soul is Clockmaster has the ability to freeze time and teleport, but he's kind of old, so we have to make him teleport 3 times. On the 3rd time, he'll knock himself out.
You stop right there! Isn't that my son's screwdriver? What? Return it to my son at once!
So now he's gonna go in a berserk fury of rage here. Calls a scamp. It's an insult you really don't hear nowadays. So as soon as we enter through this door, he should do his first teleportation.
Time is money!
He should be over here, towards the left of us. There we go. Gotta wait a little bit, so he sees that we're running down the stairs, and he'll chase after us.
What are you doing?
So this is the other runner. Wow, I just realized I'm now using my eye drops.
Time is money!
The strat for this fight is from the other runner, known as Shad,
Return it to my son
or
at
he goes by a
once.
new name called Ryota, I think. We basically have to tank around Clockmaster on the steps. Every time we reach the bottom floor and go to the front, he'll teleport. So this will be his third teleportation.
Here's money!
He'll knock himself out. So now that he's knocked himself out, we can do a little bargain trade with my son to get his soul. But before we do that, we're going to go to his knocked out body or corpse. And we're going to pick up a golden stopwatch. That stopwatch will allow us to advance time by an hour for as long as we want. If we use it a lot, we'll pass out though. Our sanity meter will just drain completely. So now we're going to go back to the storeroom, show off the screwdriver to my son. He's going to try and call his father, but his father's currently knocked out in the front of the manor. So instead, he's going to give us his soul.
Huh? Hey,
In exchange for the
that's my
screwdriver.
So you took it, huh? Give it back.
If you think about it,
That kid took my screwdriver.
my son is in
Go
here
teach the brat a lesson.
trying to fix the grandfather clock. We steal a tool of his that he needs to fix the grandfather clock. We pick a fight with his father, knock out his father, and now we bargain to get his soul with the screwdriver that he needs to fix the clock.
My son,
So,
I can't go
we're a pretty
on.
evil person if you think about it.
Just when I managed to stop time, my screw came loose, and now I can't move.
Daddy, what's wrong?
My son's freaking out.
Can I talk to you for a minute?
So here comes the bargain.
That screwdriver is a present from my daddy. It's really, really important. If I don't have it, I won't be able to fix the clocks, and then I'll be in big trouble. Please, pretty please, give it back. I'll give you the soul in return. Just don't tell my daddy. Okay then, I'll just take the screwdriver.
There we go. Pretty simple fight. The toughest part of this night is getting the screwdriver without my son seeing us. So we're gonna go back to our room, sleep. Okay, that's fine. That's Angel Dog.
Honestly, how annoying.
It's like, who's out at this time? That's who we'll be getting the soul from next. She's probably the second toughest person to get their soul from. Right next to, Roulette Boy. Wait a minute. I need to do something here. And I need to do something here. Hold on. I know in my notes. I need to do something here. No, we just have to sleep. Okay. I thought I had to do something, but no. That's after we wake up. I have to do a bunch of things.
Come on now.
Sure, I didn't want to screw up there.
Throw away all them.
Kind of a little rusty on the end game here. But so in order to get Angel Dog's soul, Angel Dog is a really, really big fan of football or soccer, as we call it here in America. She really likes to watch the big game on the TV screen, but Gregory comes in during the time of the big game, and they get in a verbal fight. So we have to distract Gregory with his naughty book, so Angel Dog can read or not read, so Angel Dog can watch the big game, and she'll put down her soul when she does that. So we're trying to advance time at a specific, time period where she'll watch the game. So now I got to use the stopwatch 4 times. I'm aiming for about 5:45. So we read the book. And we use the stopwatch 4 times. Now when I wake up, it should be around 5:45 if I did everything correctly. Yeah, look at that. Exactly on the dot. Pretty good. So I'm gonna check the map quickly. Catherine should be... Oh, Catherine's not even here. What's Catherine doing all the way over there? Alright, so it's safe for me to leave. Mommy and Papa's gonna be behind us, but it's fine. I want to get to the store right away and hang out there. As you can see, if you look briefly on the map there, Hell Chef and Gregory are talking. So I gotta wait till 6:03. It's exactly 6:03. Hell Chef will be going upstairs, and then I can run and... Oh, that means Catherine's gonna be nearby. Alright, that's fine. I can run and give the naughty book to Gregory. 1, 2, 3. Alright, so Hell Chef should be going up the steps now. Okay, we avoided him there. I kind of want to get to Gregory before he goes through the door. Okay, that's pretty bad. Catherine's going to be on the other side. She should be on the other side here.
Oh, it would...
So he's going to go hide his naughty book in the storeroom. Is it safe for me? Oh, Catherine's going the other way. Okay, this is really good. So now Gregory's distracted with his naughty book. We're going to go into the lounge where Angel Dog hangs out to watch TV. She's going to run away. We just have to hide and wait. She'll return. As you can see on the TV screen there, there's a soccer game or match going on. An intense soccer game is going on. A lot of goals are being scored in a short period of time. So around 6:30, she should return back to the storeroom here. You have to hide. If you're seen in here, she'll run away again like she did before. Okay, maybe it's a little bit later she returns. So Angel Dog's like, hey, he doesn't seem to be coming. So now she can go enjoy the big game. She sits way too close to the television too. It's not healthy for you. It's gonna ruin her eyesight. So now we can grab her soul. And now all we have to do is make it back to our room. Which we should be in the clear here. Doesn't really matter if we run in, as long as we don't run into Angel Dog, we'll be fine. We're fine. Went completely perfect. That was actually a really good Angel Dog segment, and I forgot to split. Oh well.
Come on now. Give it up. Throw away all that.
So as you can tell on the splits, the next person is Judgment Boy Gold. It's a rare version of Judgment Boy. He hangs out in the basement. The third floor of the basement. We have to answer a bunch of trivia questions about the game. And if we get all of them right, he'll give us a soul. I think we have to answer 5 questions in total. So we have to make our way to the basement now. Oh. So we're off to the basement. If you remember where we picked up the die or dice, he's sort of in that general area. This night's pretty basic. The only person that can really catch us is either Catherine. On a rare occasion it's Catherine, but mostly it's Angel Dog. Angel Dog likes to go to the garden like around 4:30 or 5 in the morning to plant things. That's TV Fish. We gave TV Fish a nasty attack there, and for some reason TV Fish isn't mad at us, just runs away. Kind of feel bad for TV Fish and what we do to him. Surprised he's not angry at us. So the speed up here, respawned. I can pick it up and use it. Get out of here. Or not get out of here, but get down to the third basement quicker. quickly. So Judgment Boy Gold should be here towards our left. You'll hear him. There he is.
Judgment!
So now we gotta answer 5 trivia questions. It's gonna summon 2 Judgment Boys here. So we're gonna get 4 questions from the regular Judgment Boys.
She suddenly starts arguing with... Oh,
And then we'll get one from the Golden Judgment Boy.
here we go!
First question was, who does Angel Dog argue with? That's Gregory.
Which tool do you use to steal...
Batteries.
Which judgment?
We use the batteries in the dead remote to steal TV Fish's soul.
He's gone into the storeroom.
He is fixing the clock. That is about my son, what he's doing in the storeroom.
Here we go!
There are only like 6 or 7 questions, but it's completely random which ones you get. They're really easy though, as long as you've been paying attention.
She's on a date with someone at the bar. All right.
That's Catherine's on a date with Hell Chef.
Here we go!
So I got 4 out of 5 correct. All we have left is the big question from Judgment Boy Gold.
He always goes... So, where does he go?
He goes to see Catherine in the nurse's room.
All right. Judgment! Here we go!
There we go. 5 out of 5 correct. Now we have Judgment Boy's Gold's soul. Final soul of the game. So it's kind of difficult to pick up the soul because sometimes you'll talk to Judgment Boy Gold when trying to pick it up. There we go. Am I in the wrong area? I am in the wrong area. So we just go over to this next area and go through the trap door again that we unlocked earlier with Roulette Boy. And we're back out in the garden. I don't think Angel Dog's out here just yet, so we should be fine. So now we're approaching the end game here. Let's go visit Death and give him the final soul of the game.
Come on now. Give it up. Throw away all them worries.
So,
Yep.
Death is going to say, you got all of them, and is going to allow us to leave the manor now.
All right, guys.
We can return back to the real world now.
The real but before.
So he returns all the souls, and we're free to leave. Before I do that, I'm going to pick up an Angel Herb. An Angel Herb is a safety net item in this game where if your sanity depletes all the way, it will refill it for you. Why am I picking it up? Aren't we afraid? Aren't we allowed to leave? This is the end of the game, is it? No? Sadly, it's not the end of the game yet. We're going to get flanked here by Gregory Mama. She's going to knock us out and drag us down into another section of the manor. Gregory Mama has a certain plan for us.
You're the one who's been sneaking around collecting my precious souls, aren't you?
Gregory Mama uses
You
those
must
souls,
have
I
a lot
think,
of guts to think
to
you can
like
get away with
for
something
it's like an
that.
eternal youth
I'll make
thing,
you
so she
pay
doesn't
for that
die.
impudence.
She drags us down to this section of the manor to torture us, but we get rescued by Neko Zombie, as you'll see here, briefly. As a hint on how to handle Gregory Mama's fight. which we'll be doing here pretty soon. Gregory Mama's like some kind of warlock or something.
What are you doing? Hurry and get up.
So Nekazami comes down
Don't
here,
give up on me now.
takes
Keep
us out of
heading
this
for the
torture
exit.
chair, and gives
You
us some
want
words
to
of
get back to
encouragement.
reality. You have to get out of here fast. The world you want to get back to is just beyond that door. Yes.
Oops. So we have to go get a key first before we can leave this area. It's in Gregory Mama's sort of room, I guess, where she collects souls. So we're gonna go there first. You saw a brief cutscene of when Gregory was talking about helping out his mom. This is the area. Where is it? There it is. There's the key to get out. So as soon as I enter through these double doors, I'm going to use the eye drops because it's kind of hard to see down here. There we go. Now it's a lot clearer. Makes moving in this area a lot easier. So we should be approaching the door here. And we'll be using the key that we just got. Oops, I got confused there. Thought I had to go left too. There we go. So now we're on the first floor of basement 1. That doesn't make any sense. We're on the first floor of the basement. It's pretty redundant. As you can see, there's a Roulette Boy's place. So we just need to go over here, go up the steps, and head to the front of the manor again. But sadly, once again, we're going to get flanked by Gregory Mama, and we have to fight her. Gregory Mama is a pretty basic fight.
Welcome back.
We have to make her
dearie.
do 3 attacks. She has like
I must admit,
3
you're a lot
phases.
tougher than you look.
We have to make her swing at us 3 times. She'll get exhausted, and then she'll do a fireball attack. We have to be near the door when she does the fireball attack, so it takes damage, and it'll eventually break open. So what I'd like to do is juke her 3 times, run towards the door. Alright, now she's going to be teleporting. She's entering the second phase here where she'll teleport. Oh no, is this where she teleports? No. Okay, never mind. It's been a while since I've done this fight, my bad. Now she'll be teleporting. She'll be teleporting and doing big swings. I got stunned there, which is alright. So I gotta figure out 3 times again. This is pretty bad. This is really close. Now she's entering the final phase where she's just going to teleport and do a fireball attack. Or she can just taunt. That's not good. There we go.
You won't get away from me.
I've never had a teleport that close before.
Even if it's the last thing I do, I'll get you.
It's a pretty simple fight. But we're not done just yet. We gotta deal with Gregory now. Luckily, Gregory is not a difficult fight.
But where might you be going?
We just have to run away.
Please, come back. There's nothing out there but cold, harsh reality. gone already. Where are you going? No, you mustn't.
So Gregory's trying to prevent us from... Right now, we're kind of stuck, if you don't understand what's going on. The manor's kind of like a limbo place, but we're choosing to return back to the real world now.
There's nothing for you out there.
And Gregory is trying to prevent us from returning back to reality or the real world.
Come back!
The character will explain here at the end what he or she's doing. Time ends when I go through the portal to go back to the real world. So, get ready here on time.
Stop this foolishness!
There we go. And that was a speedrun of Gregory Horror Show on normal. You can stop watching right now if you want. I'm going to keep the ending up, though, just in case if you're interested in seeing the end of this game. So I hope you enjoyed the run. It's a pretty interesting game. Pretty unique. It's severely underrated in terms of just people playing the game.
You did good, kid. I gotta say.
So
I'm
thanks for
impressed.
watching and
Like
enjoy
I
the ending to the
promised,
game.
I'll send you back. Just follow this path, buddy. What? You still got unfinished business? Hurry it up already. I ain't got all eternity.
What are you still doing here? I don't need your thanks. Just hurry up and go. You want me to come with you? I can't. These shackles, they're my burden, you know. I can't bring myself to forget my pain. I don't need your pity. Just hurry up and go. You've already made your choice. Go. Don't look back.
Gregory! That brat is getting away!
Don't you worry about a thing, Mama. I'll go catch the little rascal in no time at all. You can count on me. Huh? What are you doing here? Get back in your room. Did you hear me? Stop! Stop this minute!
I'm tired of doing nothing but dreaming. I'm putting an end to this.
Firefighter on the scene, yeehaw!
Oh! Oh! Oh, my precious souls!
My beautiful world of chaos. It's burning up. Everything I've worked so hard to achieve. Finished.
Flames, flames of crimson.
This world is a reflection of the weakness in your heart. Whether you return to reality or not is up to you. I heard a scream behind me. Turning around, I saw the hotel in flames, crumbling to the ground. How I got myself into this mess, I will never know. All I could do was run away along that path. Now, at last, I understand. The hotel was my own creation, a way to escape from reality. I had escaped from the hotel, but I couldn't forget my room. The gentle madness, the soft fear, it made me feel warm. To leave all that behind for the real world was to face a cold, empty future full of suffering. But if I ever become tired of my struggle with reality, I know I will find my way back to that hotel again. And when that time comes, I might never return to the real world.
It is time. Let the show commence once again.
And so begins another tale.
I knew you'd be coming back. Eventually, everyone comes back to Gregory House. Oh, you must be tired. Come rest. You know you'll need it.
Okay, cool. Alright, I guess that went